You could solve world peace. If you're doing like little bits of 100 big ideas, nothing happens. If I'm you, I'm not selling a single course, not in 2021. I'm selling memberships.
Do you want to work with us?
No.
Be our CEO?
No, you're a bad student. We're not actually co-creating because I'm telling you what to do and I'm being exactly what you need, but you're not listening to it because you're stubborn.
Hey, Evan, how's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
Good, good. Super excited to be chatting with you. You're doing awesome stuff. I'm part of your movement makers. So super excited to be here. Thank you. Thank you for making this happen.
What do you got? How can I help?
My brand is Co-Creation Station. And we have a growing tribe of about, almost 400 people now on Telegram. And it's growing, and we have networkings on Tuesdays. We have masterminds on Thursdays. We dance on Sundays, and we do beautiful art co-creation projects. So it's all focused on co-creation. That to us, the principles of co-creation are the win for you, the win for the other person, and the win that you can both create for everyone else. So trying to share the love, trying to share the concept of that idea that is really not focused on competition, but on supporting each other if people are doing similar things, and on helping everyone achieve their goals. So even in the one-to-one networking, we apply those concepts. In the masterminds, we think of ways to think of something higher than ourselves to make all this happen. And we already have some beautiful art projects as well, where people come live. They co-create real-time original music, painting, sculpting,
Cool.
Writing, and poetry at the same time around the world. And because of the power of co-creation and doing it all happen together, it's almost like psychic. So we just had that experience last Saturday, and it was amazing. And we'll keep having those events as well.
You film those?
We will need to start doing that. Yes.
So how are you connecting on Zoom, or is it over Instagram? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, it's over Zoom. So right now it has its limitations because Zoom being Zoom, right? We would eventually like to have even full bands playing, but Zoom cuts out the audio of one person and the other. So we're going through those technical limitations, but in its current shape, and it's just getting started. Officially, it was our first event, even though it happened naturally, and I can show you right now. So this painting is by one of our co-creators, Carmichael, and she painted this naturally as an energy painting from our holiday party while there was original piano music happening. So we were like, we're all about co-creation. Let's make art happen together, real time, like with people around the world. And we did our very first event related to that after being on the Best You panel. The Best You is a expo for self-development professionals. So right after that, we had a meet and greet and live music, painting, poetry. So we would stop the music, and people would also share their own poetry writings, and everything is inspired on each other, right? So it's energy stacking as well, and it's a super powerful experience, and we will make these events grow as well, aside from the masterminds, aside from the networking. So I believe that we have a lot to share with the world. And this is definitely not about me, but about all the brilliant people in the co-creation station tribe on Telegram.
So what's the biggest challenge you face right now that I can help with?
So the biggest challenge perhaps is organic growth, right? Because if I wanted to, I could just put a Facebook ad or a Google ad and grow the group to the thousands. But we want people in the same with the same mindset, right? So I do think that you bring a lot of people wanting to do beautiful things in the world, believing in change, believing in doing big things and helping humanity. So that's why we're having this conversation to have some reach with like-minded people, and also some of the technology and and the video editing is something that I would love to get some tips from you, since you put out videos daily and everything. As we scale this, that's also our current challenge.
And you have 400 members, you said?
Yeah, almost 400 members. Yeah.
And do people pay to be a part of this?
Not yet, but we do want to. When I say yet, is because I'm not close to the possibility. However, I still want to make sure that we make this as accessible to everyone as possible. So there will be some plans that we have in mind for revenue as well. Yes.
What's the first thing that you're going to sell? Like something like the mastermind should be the thing that you sell.
Yes. So it is something that could go behind a paywall, right? So there is the free tier of joining the tribe, but the masterminds could become part of a paid tier. And I don't want to reveal too much of that, but it will still be super accessible, not even cover the cost of the mastermind. Like, you're also very generous with the movement makers, right? You don't make much of one person, but it's about the collective of people supporting the concept and the idea. We have online courses as well that will become available on the new version of our website. We have courses about the brain. We have people that do energy healing. What we offer is really the power of combination of talents and ideas as coaching packages. And people can already sign up for those coaching packages that, with a mix of ideas that even come from a mastermind, inspired on the mastermind format, we have two people focus on one person, and it can be someone talking about energy healing and branding, technology and mindset coaching. And we combine them into a powerful hour because we want to help the person go deeper. And because the combination of ideas, because I love masterminds, I believe can be also very powerful. So we sell those as coaching packages, and they are currently available on just the coming soon page of our website. If people go to cocreationstation.co.
Selling the coaching, if it's not you, like I could see you selling coaching if you wanted to be the guy for whatever you're doing, but selling coaching packages for other people, other members to come in, it's just such a mess to manage.
Well, we have an internal team first. The idea is to scale it and to open it up in the future, but we have an internal team, so it's not currently is not for the 400 people, but for a group of 20 people that we call them the internal team. But eventually there'll be no barriers, no borders, because in the end we're all co-creating. But yes, right now it's just a team of 20 people, and we do have the system that does the scheduling and the matching at the same time for the availability of two people, and it works pretty great. So it's just about scale at this point.
Yeah, but that's a hard thing to scale, man. It's doable. It's doable.
Believe even.
No, I want you to win. Like, I want you to have what's the fast path to actually making you have impact? But to have more impact, you have to have a business too, right? Like, if you're monetizing it, not ripping people off, but giving people a lot of value for it, that gives you the ability to go hire a team and to build this thing up. Because it's so customized, I would let part of the benefit of being part of the group to get the exposure, and whatever the coaches get as part of, they can list their thing, but let them get whatever they get from it instead of you trying to sell it and take a commission off of it, and sell the access to the group. Like, I would just have free group, medium group, like entry-level paid group, and then high-level paid group. And you figure out what is the connection between those three, and they're paying. Like, look inside Movement Makers, right? We've got Movement Makers. I could easily say, okay, Pablo and Johnny and Susan are going to do this three-way thing, and try to sell that. But every time we do it, it's always custom, and I always got to figure out your schedules and their schedules, and then promote it. It's just such a mess. It's doable, but it's a big mess.
It's done automatically already. Even we found a platform to help us do that.
It's automatically, but you have to, especially if you're doing the co-creation, you have to have two people agree on the schedule every time. It has to match your schedule, it has to match my schedule, and it has to match the client's schedule. And the volume's going to be so low.
The availability is set on the system, and people are already scheduling those. What we need to
it's not a tech human issue. The tech can handle it. It's a human issue of having me log in at the right time, and then the other coaching person log in at the right time, plus the client log in at the right time, and all find a way to agree on everything. And it's low volume, because if the package is Evan plus Susan doing co-coaching on something, that's one, you're going to have like a million different options for people to be able to potentially sign up for. And all of them are like super tiny, low volume. You're trying to play like the Amazon game, but it doesn't work at the early stage. It's not that it doesn't work. It's just so hard to pull off compared to let whatever happens. Like Movement Makers, why I started doing breakout rooms. We started, I don't know how long you've been a part of Movement Makers?
Just recently, just this month.
Okay, so before the breakout rooms, I had calls like, hey, we'll assign you to somebody else. I want you to know the other people in this group. We moved from calls to breakout rooms. So inside every meeting, there's always a breakout room where you connect with the other people. You put in the room with 5 other people. Like, what did you learn? Because I want people, I miss it because I love teaching. I want to be with you guys. I don't want you off all the, I'm sitting here in the dark by myself while you guys are doing your breakout room. But it's important to me that you guys connect, because I think a lot of business is going to happen between people. People are now doing IG Lives together, hiring each other, doing all that kind of work. And to say, hey, Pablo's got this program for me to sell, I'll sell like 4 to Movement Makers. It just, there's too much work in creating the program, in talking to people to get them on the platform, and figuring out like who's going to sell what to whom. It's easier, which gives you a faster path to revenue, to have your free group, a paid group, and then a higher tier paid group. And then anything that comes as an extra is extra. You want to list your services, list your services. You want to promote something, promote something. And it's more goodwill to say, hey, if you're part of co-creation, you're going to get exposure to lots of different people and collaboration opportunities with lots of different people. But we're not going to try to monetize every little step of the way. We're here to help you make money. And there's just one flat membership fee to be a part of it at different tiers. It's more value for them and more money for you faster.
It's both. We're doing both.
Try out the coaching, like try out a membership. Honestly, like I think it's the best thing for you to do. It's not that the other one won't work, but I think you'd be surprised. Like, what could you charge $50 a month for?
We have already online courses that
No, not
could
a membership. Like, what could you charge? You've got 400 people who are part of your thing, and that's fine, and that continues. And let's get that 400 people to 40,000 people, right? Like,
right.
That's where you want to go, right? It's like a giant room where we're here to learn and participate, and like maybe tons of different breakout rooms, and everybody's an artist in some way. And I think what's cool about you is you see the parallels in different fields that people don't see.
Yeah.
To put a physics professor together with an opera singer and have them make something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And everybody else is like, that's crazy. That doesn't work. But then they're going to make something work together somehow. The opera singer is going to sing about quantum mechanics or something. I don't know. but like something beautiful will happen. And not just in the art that comes, but in the growth from those two people collaborating for each other. Right?
That is co-creation. Yeah.
It, man. Like in trying to get the opera singer to sing about physics, right? It's a stretch. It's like, what am I doing? It's a stretch. And then that makes her better as a human and as an artist.
Right.
Right. As long as the spirit is there, that I'm open to co-creating with anybody, and I want to share my gift, as opposed to saying, no, I can't do that. Right. And that's your job to bring in the right people. But yeah, I mean, the goal is to get the free version from 400 people to 400,000 people, like just giant community of, if you think of everybody can be an artist, not just, oh, you have to be able to paint, or you have to be able to sing, or you have to be able to, right? That like a professor can be an artist in what they do. Like I'm an artist in what I do. I consider myself an entrepreneurial artist. You don't want to hear me sing, but I'm an artist in what I make. So if you have your big group, then not in the courses where you're learning, like your value is in the experience that you're giving people, not just the education. So don't sell a course. It's not that you can't sell a course, but the real value that you're bringing is the connecting people together.
So the courses are really part of the co-creation experience because they are created with the gifts that other people have to share with the world. So we have a course about the brain. We have a course about energy fields. It's really all about co-creation. The art project became its own thing naturally, right? Because multiple artists, it was the easiest thing to execute because multiple artists can just get playing, get jamming, get painting, get writing at the same time remotely, and that's already an active co-creation. But we have multiple projects at the same time where we will also do science research and where we'll also implement the knowledge of people in different ways. So for anyone that wants to create an online course, that they cannot put it on Mindvalley because to be on Mindvalley, you need to be a New York Times bestseller. We can help you become the New York Times bestseller, starting with us. So, and because the courses is the gifts that that each person has to give, that is a co-creation in itself. And then the coaching calls is because of the knowledge that each person has available from their own personal experience, from their own journey. That's why for us at Co-Creation Station, it's really about 4 stages. Discover your calling, do what you love, co-create with others, exponential growth, right? But you can have people that really don't know what they want to do with their lives, and here is like, hey, here's a meditation, here's some coaching to help you get started, figure out what you want to do. But once people are already doing what they love, okay, networkings, masterminds, whatever you need to start thinking about co-creating with others, to start thinking like, hey, I have an online course and that person has an online course. It's not a competition. What if we combine it? What if we don't just cross promote, but if we combine our knowledge in the coaching calls on a collaborative platform and really connecting the pieces of the knowledge precisely like you said, right? The opera singer singing about physics, pretty much like it is about those connecting the pieces that we will even have to develop our own custom technology, right? And it's a super big
phases, dude. Phases. Like what you're talking about is huge, which is great. I love it. And like, what's the plan for this year, right? To start actually making progress towards it. If I'm you, I'm not selling a single course, not in 2021. I'm selling memberships.
I'm not making the courses, and it's people that are already making their courses anyways.
I know.
So they'll just be available. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
They'll be available, but you're not going to sell anything. Like that's the problem. Like for it to work, you're selling little chunks at scale. You need a giant scale to be able to sell the courses, especially you're not just selling a course. Like you want people to co-create and do something together. So you're asking them now they have to make something new, which is great. That's part of the creation process. But it's not going to be big volume because of how specific it is. And then you're taking a cut of it. You're not even taking the whole thing. Where if I'm you, I'm selling 0 courses in 2021 because you're also taking out the thing that you're the best at is bringing people together to make something. It's the experience. You're in the experience business. You could put 2 people, I could just feel this about you. If you put 2 people together in a room, you'll find a way to help them find common ground to co-create something where they walk in and they would feel like, what do I have in common with this person? But you'll find a way to make it happen. Like this is how you actually ultimately solve, this is world peace.
That's the goal, yes.
Why are there wars? People not listening to each other. And imagine if everybody was co-creating. Imagine if you had whatever 2 groups who hate each other to just take a second to join one of your events and make something with somebody who's their sworn enemy.
Right. Yeah.
That's the problem that you solve. And you, that's a superpower that you've got. And then you take two people who might hate each other, and if the three of you were sitting in a coffee shop, you'd have them loving each other, but not by words and negotiation and peace talks. You'd have them make something. Like, let's write a song together.
Pretty much.
That's your thing. And so leverage it. That you've got your 400,000 member group that's free, that's lots of value, that's the party every month, that's going to be totally wild and different every time, and you bucket in people into different categories. And then you have your $50 a month group, which is smaller, which is premium, which is there's something more. There's people who are ready to take the next step, or people who want to learn a certain thing, and they're paying you $50 a month to do it. And you're still making a connection, and they'll make their own thing, and they'll sell their own thing, and you're the guy who put it all together because you're the co-creator. But you're not worried about taking 5%, 10%, 40% off of their different sales. It's like, you keep all that money. I want to make the introductions and make the co-creation possible. Like, you're in the co-creation business, not the course selling business. Like, that's what you're the genius at. I want to put you and Donald Trump and Joe Biden in a room together. You're going to have them you're going to do something. You're going to have them start to make sculptures. Really, I think that's it. That's what you'd be great at. So you're selling the experience, and then on the high end, you have a higher price. Like, what does $5,000 a year look like to work with you, or individual coaching for people who really suck at doing that, who don't know how to co-create, who are really restricted in their mindset, and who just want the experience to find something brand new because they struggle to think outside the box. Like, there's the box, there's outside the box, and then there's you. It's like, what box? There is no box. I'm way out here, guys. We're not even making a new box. We're making a whole new world, right?
Yeah. The only thing where I do want to point out that Co-Creation Station would be taking up a percentage of the courses, and that in that line of thought, we differ a little bit, Evan, because part of the exponential growth of Co-Creation Station is going to be that everyone owns a piece of Co-Creation Station. It's going to be its own economy and help create multiple decentralized businesses.
It's already happening without the percentages. Like, it's for everybody, and you get what you put in to contribute to the community. So that I could come in and say, hey, I'm Evan Carmichael. I love talking entrepreneurship. I want to make a course with somebody who, whatever, pitch me ideas. And then see who pitches me an idea. Like, I'm already getting the ownership in the content that I'm making with whoever wants to partner up with me. It doesn't mean that you have to have a piece of everything going on. Like, you're setting up the infrastructure for everybody. You're charging the membership fee to be a part of this thing. And you're allowing the creativity to just happen without taking a little piece every bit along the way.
But if I allow that, but at the same time, is like, okay, here is a piece of Co-Creation Station for you, right? Because it becomes.
I'm getting my piece because I'm making something with somebody else, and you made that happen. Because giving everybody equity, for example, and like how much of. Whenever you're giving up equity, it gets to the point of, well, who's bringing more? If I want to come and create 1,000 courses with
blockchain, I don't want to reveal too much, but blockchain, Evan, there's no problem with equality. Right?
You're thinking like way out here, which is awesome, and I want you to. I love it. I want to, dude. I said you could solve world peace. So I'm happy to play way out here and talk blockchain and world peace and how you're going to solve every problem in the world. Great, amazing. And I need you to make money in 2021.
And we will.
Well, but the way to do it is membership, is the experience. It's like, that's what you're a genius at.
Okay. Yes, it'll be part of it. It will be part of it. Yes.
I need you to have what program can you sell right now for $50 a month to your members? An elite membership group.
It will have to be a membership that also includes access to the 2 or 3, like 3 online courses that we have right now, right? Like, yeah.
An experience. And dude, you are best at the experience business, not the course business. Give me an experience. So what do I, if I'm part of the 400 member group, just play with me for like 8 seconds.
Hmm?
You always go back to doing what you're doing. You never know. We're co-creating. This is what's happening live.
Yes. Of course. And I appreciate this. Thank you. Go ahead.
How often of a meeting do I get as a 400 member of the free collective?
Oh, the free collective. Yeah, I do.
What do I get?
If I think about it, yes, it is worth more than $50 a month. You're getting 4 networkings, 4 masterminds, 4 networkings, 4 masterminds, 4 dance sessions, and
for what, per month?
Per month, yeah.
Okay, so we need a like twice a month free thing, or once a week max free thing. That's just one of those things. It's taking your current concept and just splitting it up into a paid version and a free version. Like what's the best mass experience that you can give somebody?
The co-creating art experience. And the goal of that is that it will become an event with like thousands of people online, just like going to the opera, like with beautiful, high quality audio and art coming to life on your screen, and maybe VR or something, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I love it, dude. I love it. I love how big you're thinking, and it's like focusing to make any of those happen, to make just the VR thing happen, takes such an incredible amount of energy, focus, and dedication. Where if you're doing like little bits of 100 big ideas, nothing happens. So the free experience is the co-creation of art. Is that something that most people, like I'm going to watch 2 people go at it and mix it up? Or are you going to have like a million breakout rooms that I'm going to be put with somebody and I'm going to make something? Which model?
So you just watch the pin screens of all the art happening at the same time while the music is playing. Like if you're just a person watching, you watch everything real time. You watch someone, make a pot, someone paint, and then the music stops for a little bit and someone shares the writing that was inspired in the painting, was inspired on the music. And
speed activity you can give me that I can experience it myself besides watching somebody that I get to do it?
Yes. So you can join the experience of participating and co-creating on the spot. If you're a painter, you just bring your canvas, your paints, that's it. If you're a writer, bring your pen and paper, right? Whatever it is, you can co-create with us in this co-creating art experiences. Yeah.
And then what? Does that get shared? Like if I'm watching 2 people paint, but I'm going to play my trumpet while it's happening, how do I then share that?
We're still figuring out the initial details. We had our official first call of that on Saturday, but yes, the idea is to record it. The idea is to promote it. The idea is to sell it, license it, do a few things just for that project, and that's just a fraction of it, right? So it is a lot of things going on, and I do appreciate your guidance to focus. But at the same time, we have an amazing start in all these areas, right? So
make that your free thing. The only other thing I might add is like some kind of speed co-creation afterwards. Like you give them an assignment. So I just watched this beautiful painting, 2 people painting together, and like here it is with music behind it. Then I've got 10 minutes at the end where you give breakout rooms to everybody and you give them an assignment like, okay, go something that everybody can do, like make a poem together. And you get randomly partnered up with somebody else who's here, that they write a line and then I write a line. And then like, hey, Pablo, how you doing? I'm Evan. Okay, let's make our poem together about peace. And then you make a line and I make a line. It's like this forced assignment, because most people who are just watching will not actually make something. They're just watching it. Some people will, but most people won't.
We had quite a few people jump in, like on the spot, like, hey, my name is blah, blah, blah. And I got so inspired watching this that I want to share this poem. Because the level of energy, Evan, is off, like,
I'm with you.
Through the roof.
People won't. Most people won't. Even if 10% of people do, which is a high number. If you have 400 members, there weren't 40 people saying, hey, I want to share this. So that's at least 90% of people who aren't making anything. They're inspired by the thing, but they're not actually making anything.
Mm-hmm.
If you force creation at the end, like part of this is you're going to meet somebody else and you're going to create something. Even if neither of you are poets, that's the whole point, is to explore a new world with somebody else. So let's co-create a poem about peace, right? And that's the final gift of 10 to 15 minutes at the end of your session, so that everybody gets to experience it, not just watch it. Because most people will not follow along. They'll consume it, but they won't get you're in the experience business. Like, I think you'll, anyway, that's your free thing that you do once a month, twice a month, once a week max. But then everything else is paid. Like, a mastermind is great. A mastermind collective for artists, I think, is fantastic. And that's $50. $50 a month to join the mastermind. And then on top of it, there's some other program or product, not a course, but access to you. And all of the ideas you have, like, amazing, is what you sell them. Like,
thank you, Evan. And yeah, I do think that yeah, you're right about the point that people sometimes need the instruction, right? Like, we want to keep it free flowing with the art, but some people might need the task. Okay, can you do this? Do you want to do this? Right? Have the, basically it's like a call to action for co-creation almost, right? Yeah.
If I was with you, where are you based again? Where's home?
Orlando.
Oh man, it's so warm out there. I'm freezing here in Canada, snow outside. Honestly, I love you, man. I love how you think. I love your vibe. I love the goodness that you're trying to put out. If I was with you every single day, I would block your computer from doing anything courses. But I'm not, you're not there yet. You still think it's a fantastic idea as like what you should be working on right now. And so we haven't gotten across that hurdle yet today. Fine. If I was with you every day, I would this is the most important thing, Pablo. You are a genius and you focus on experience. We're not there yet today. What I would ask as a gift to yourself and your community is, you're going to continue on the courses anyway. I'm not going to convince you to stop that today. but the gift to yourself and your community is create the $50 a month program as a test. Like, do it. Do the mastermind paid and see how much. It's not just that it gives you more money right away. It's such a better experience, dude. You're going to love it. You're going to love working with people and connecting them way more than you're going to love creating the course or creating the technology for other people to create courses. When you see people's eyes light up in front of you to say, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. I just sang. My dad told me that I sucked as a singer. I haven't sang since I was 7 years old. And I just sang a song because I was connected to this jazz, trumpet player. And Pablo was the guy who made that happen. Like, that's what you get off on, not somebody just learning the knowledge from a course. So I think the greatest gift, this will make you happier. This is what you're great at things. This is what I'm great at. This is what's going to make you the happiest. We haven't got to the road of the I'm not going to convince you in the moment here about courses, but making the $50 a month charge for something as an entry level gives you revenue, but also will fill your heart. It'll fill your heart.
Yeah, I do think it's definitely true that people value more things that are paid, right? Because it's not just like, oh, it's available for free every week. If I don't join this week, I can join next. It's free. It's every week, right? So I don't want to play the scarcity game, because if you play the scarcity game, that is the opposite of abundance. And you need to believe in abundance at a core to believe in co-creation, right? To believe that people can co-create from the heart without the competition. Because if you think competition, you believe in the scarcity, right? So it's an opposing concept to be like, hey, for a limited time. But I do need to find a balance with that, and I do think that people do appreciate more when it is their own effort, right? Making their money and paying for something. So yeah.
You're a genius. You need a team of 5,000 people. to help you implement. No, it's like you need a team of 5,000 people to implement all of the ideas that you have. You really
and we
do.
will get there.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
well, but here's, like, what you really need is a good COO. Like, you need
Okay.
someone to control the balance books, like balance the sheets, to put forth a plan of operations, to make sure we stick to timelines and guidelines, and keep you on track to then start like that. That's basically, I can dream with you all day. I love it. You're going to solve world peace. This whole conversation was me putting on the COO hat, because that's the biggest thing that you need in your company right now. You got all visionaries, and I love artists, dude. I own the largest salsa dancing company in North America, right? Like, I love art. Art heals, right?
Yeah.
This whole conversation, if you watch replay, was me putting me on the COO hat, because it's what you need right now to actually make this collective blow up, and that gets you to the point where you have 1,000 people working for you, executing all your ideas.
Do you want to work with us?
No.
Be our CEO?
No. Because you're honestly like, you're a bad student. We're not actually co-creating, because I'm telling you what to do and I'm being exactly what you need, but you're not listening to it because you're stubborn on which is great, because that artist stubbornness and vision is important, but it's like the co-creation is the bending. I'm actually helping you get to where you want to go faster than your plan, but you're stubborn and stuck on your plan.
What I do well, and thank you for the praise on that as well, is connect ideas. So trust me, I will incorporate what you said in one way or the other. But that doesn't mean that we, for example, the online courses, since I'm not the one making it, that means that one of our co-creators that is already part of our team that is making online courses.
I get it.
Like he would have no purpose to even be part of the team, so we are helping people achieve their own dreams. And a lot of people right now have the dream of I'm making an online course for teenagers, for this, for health, for mindset. They don't have the platform to put it out there because they're not New York Times bestsellers,
Your genius is not connecting ideas. Your genius is connecting spirits. That's as much as you're a dreamer and visionary and all the big things you want to do, that's really what you're expert at. Like, you'll connect people's, it's not about the ideas. It's about the spirits. It's human energy.
Right.
That you're making
absolutely
in a way that nobody else has seen before, especially the two people who are in that room together.
Yeah.
So that's your genius. That's what you need. Like, that's your fastest path to making impact and revenue. The courses are connecting ideas. The experiences are connecting spirits.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
It's not that the courses aren't part of the long-term vision, but what you're so fantastic at is not building the technology around the thing, but it's about the experience you give. When you connect people to a different spirit they've never experienced before, it becomes mind blown. Like, you just changed their whole paradigm. Like, they don't even understand who they used to be. It makes them examine their entire life. The fact that making a sculpture together, but it's true. It's what you do.
Yeah.
In that event, you could make people re-examine their entire life based off of the spiritual connection you just made with somebody who might have been a stranger 18 minutes ago.
Yep.
So even just reframing that, like, my superpower isn't connecting ideas, it's connecting spirits. Then what you sell, what you'll make the most money at, impact at, reach at, is selling just higher levels of connecting spirits. That's all a mastermind is connecting spirits together in a more intimate way. So you've got your 400,000 event, which is art and creation and mini sessions together. And then you have your mastermind, which is paid, which is a smaller version of it, but more intimate. So, like, the homework for you that I would think of is, how can you better connect spirits together? More than how can I help somebody sell their courses? And that's what I pay for. I'm going to come to your event. I'm going to pay $50, $500, $1,000, $4,000 to be part of this experience where I'm going to get my mind blown 18 different times with 18 different people, because you set that up. Because I would walk in with those same people and never say hi. But because you're making all of this happen, and whatever you need to do, whether we need to do group meditation or all sing together, or we're doing jumping jacks in our, like, I don't know, whatever the thing is, that, like, that's beautiful. You'll come up with ideas that nobody will think will make sense, but will work because they're thinking with their head and you're actually feeling their spirit.
Yeah, and the beautiful thing is that we do have, so we do have quite a few people in the team and the tribe that see this long-term vision, that feel the excitement. So once you have and you'll lead a team, and you understand this. Once you lead a team of people that are excited to share the vision, to share the passion, really all things start happening naturally, and we're just at that tipping point as well, where
Well, like, that's what you need. You need somebody who you need this. You need this for the team. You need somebody to be the COO and help focus, not set the direction, because you're setting the direction. You have the mission and the vision, but it's like, I'm gonna help you get this done. Because otherwise, there's a bunch of dreams that just sit out there, and this is, I love artists. A lot of artists struggle to make any kind of money. I know you're trying to solve that problem, because they don't think in the business way, and they really struggle to get it out there. So they have to have some job at Home Depot that they hate because they don't know how to sell their art. So you're dreaming so big, and it's amazing. You need that. I would keep an eye open for, like, who's the COO, who's the most grounded in practicality person that you know, who's part of your team or around you, or loves the vibe, right? Not as like anti-art, but can actually get things done, that shows up early, that likes spreadsheets, that can help, like, focus all of this, because you have to, doing a million things all at once leads to very little growth. If you could focus on the one thing, make it crush, and then everything else is great. We're not killing it. It's just a matter of sequence. What's the order we're going to do things in? Not that it's a bad idea and it's never going to happen. It's an order. And right now, the order should be based off of you and what you're great at, which is still back to connecting not ideas, but spirits.
Yeah. I do think that we need an order of things, and we are trying to do a lot of things at the same time, and that needs to grow, like, with the people that are wanting to co-create with us, because we do have people reaching out. How can I help? Right? And we need that organization, that structure, but at the same time, is like I was putting it with a metaphor for some of the team members also starting to understand this concept. And it's like, we're not a company that sells apples. How many apples do we sell per day? We're a company that eventually is going to make the truck that transports the apples in the most efficient way, and the tires of the, like if you think about it, is how Apple now talking about the computer company, is how Apple went from making the personal computer out of wood in a garage, mm-hmm. to now having a workout subscription service that works with a computer, that works exclusively with a computer wrist, with Apple Watch, right? So is the niche of the niche of the niche, and the expansion and the growth. Could they have thought that they're going to have a subscription workout service and giving jobs to workout instructors to make those workouts that
We got him on the wall here. We got Mr. Job looking down over us. But look at the beginning. Like, this is exactly what I'm talking about in terms of the path that matters. Ultimately, you want to sell. You're not even selling the trucks. You're selling the entire, highway system for them to go on. And how do you get there to build the infrastructure? You sell apples. Like, I want you to sell apples. And what's the apple? The apple is you. You're the apple. Your ability to connect people together, the spiritual connection, that's the apples that you need to sell to then buy the first truck, to then build your first little road, to then build the highway, right? Like, I'm with you up here. Yes, we're going to build highways. We're going to solve world peace. And how do you do that? You sell apples at the beginning. Like, that's the 2021 step, is apples.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. No, I'm legit. Like, that actually helps you get to where you want to go. You're not going to be in that business forever. If you're 5 years down the line and you're still just selling $50 mastermind and that's all you're doing, that's not enough. Like, we failed the plan somewhere along the way, right? You're going to branch out and do a million different things and have the team, but like, making the money by selling the apples makes you the money to then hire the team to build the business, because you need to have 5,000 people under you to do all the stuff that you're talking about.
Yeah. 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 Now, I'm not sure how I feel about going from a free trial to like $50 a month. Maybe I should do that progressively and at smaller steps as well. But
that doesn't matter as much. And because you're such a giver, and it's great, I'm a giver too, you still put a lot of value in the free thing, right? It's not that you just forget about the free thing and now we have to pay to get something special. The free thing needs to be special, which is why I suggested having a forced co-creation at the end, because I get to actually experience doing something brand new with somebody from around the world for 10 to 15 minutes, right? Like, as much value into the free session. But then as you limit the group, as you start paying, like, not everybody's going to sign up, right? You'll have a big drop off from people who will actually pay. Then it's just more exclusive spiritual connections facilitated by you. That's the apples that you sell, that you've got.
Yeah.
I think we made some. I spent way over on time, but I love you, dude. I feel it. Like, I see in you every artist that I've ever coached and helped. Like, you're just thinking on a way bigger scale. You're still like the violin player who loves violin but can't make any money off of it. That mindset, like, you're just thinking way bigger. I see in you every single artist who wants to win, who's trying to create for good, who's trying to serve the world, who knows that art heals, and you're trying to gift that to people. And now it's just about making that. It's not squashing the heart. It's just now making it a little more practical so that there's a plan to make it actually happen.
Thank you, Evan, and thank you for taking the additional time. I wasn't sure. I'm appreciating this, but I do want to make sure that I respect your time. No, it's extremely valuable, and that's why I joined Movement Makers as well, and I look forward to meeting with you next week on that. And learning a lot, taking one step at a time, making things happen, right?
Cool, man. I really want you to win. I want everybody to win, but I really want you to get this, and I really want it to turn into something big. It's important.
You would have taken the job if that's true, but that's okay.
You would drive me nuts, dude.
If you want to see another awesome one-on-one I did with an entrepreneur just like you, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
That'll put you back in the right mindset. Pull out the pen, fresh page in a notebook, and we're going to make a poem together. No thinking. Like, you have to take the thinking out of the equation.